Hey, hi, howdy, how are you folks? My name is Alex and welcome back to another League of Legends video. Today we are back in the jungle playing some Diana. I'm very excited to show you this video because I tell you what, this is one of the best ganking experiences I've had. You know, really trying to focus on those skills. Recently I've noticed, like, obviously I play a lot of Shyvana and a lot of heavy farming junglers. So naturally, my ability to gank hasn't been up to snuff because I haven't really needed it very much. But as I've kind of raised in the ranks and I've gotten to Plat, Emerald, I've noticed I really need to be able to rotate on time and find these plays whenever possible. I'm really proud of the way that this game ended up, so hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. If you are enjoying the video, or if you've watched a couple before, make sure to subscribe. I feel like, you know, it'll be worth your time. I'm not the most consistent uploader, but I do try to upload at least once or twice a week. Diana jungle clear. If you want a little tip that's going to help you go just a little bit faster in the early game, have that first auto attack against the blast cone. You saw me do it there. It gets you just one extra auto attack closer to your passive cleave than you would have otherwise. And of course, trying to do the camps both at the same time. I don't know why I shot my Q so far. We're looking at the macro. It's not that important. All you need to know is just get your camps, get your clear done. Now, unfortunately, I can only break so many habits at once, so I will be full clearing in the early game. But on Diana, you kind of want to do that anyway. It's usually a pretty good idea to full clear in the early game on Diana because as great as she is, she doesn't have that strong like level 1, level 2 fights. Once she's got her full QWE, then things are a little bit easier, especially if you can get that reset on the E. But in the early game, it's a little hard to do it. Cue the raptors over the wall, jump in. Now, if you don't already know and you're new to Diana, the passive is going to give you that auto attack speed, as well as the cleave on every third auto attack. And it gives you that bonus attack speed every time you use an ability. So you want to kind of space your abilities out, unlike what I'm doing here, to where you keep that passive stacked for as long as humanly possible on these camps. Basically, what that's going to do is make sure you're at the maximum attack speed you can be for as long as possible. If you're wondering about Diana runes, of course, I did show at the beginning of the video, but it is Conqueror, Triumph, Alacrity, and Coup de Grace with Cosmic Insight and Magical Footwear. Usually, I like to go Cosmic Insight, Magical Footwear. But look at this. Perfect timing. Skipping the Scuttle Crab to get this gank timer off. I kill the Misfortune, and then I go to my Scuttle Crab. The reason why you want to do this before your Scuttle Crab is because that wave is going to be coming in right at 330. Those waves are going to be showing up in bot and top lane. And if you are on that wave, you're more likely to get the enemy team to be fully pushed up trying to fight for the minions, rather than waiting an extra 10 seconds, being there when the wave's gone, and they've already backed the hell up. Now this Thresh is testing my patience a little bit, but I'm not going to let it get to my head. I'm going to keep my head screwed on straight, not get baited into a fight mid lane, take my win, and go back to base. Now I have 1,300 gold. I could technically go for that Haunting Guise there, but I'm not doing it. The reason why this Faded Ashes is going to be so much more valuable. Keep it in mind here, this is the idea behind Faded Ashes versus that Haunting Guise. Faded Ashes has the burn on it, and that burn is going to let me walk away from camps just a little bit quicker and rotate a little bit faster. Since that is the focus of this game, the focus of like my learning curve in League right now, I think it's really good for me to do that instead of Haunting Guise. Caston, being a big dum-dum, walks a little too far forward. But look at this. I skip my camps right away. Beautifully played there. And that's a double kill. 3 kills onto the Diana in the early game. I'm looking at the dragon here thinking, hey, my whole team's full HP. We've got prio everywhere. And the jungler just died. Let's see if we can do a little bit of action. But Misfortune and the Thresh want some action of their own. Get the kill. Well, Leona gets the kill. But, you know, that's my wife, so I don't really mind too much. Canonical love for the Leona there. Pretty beautiful, really. That's 5 KP in the first 5 minutes, exactly the amount that we want. Now, of course, we did skip out on getting those topside camps on their spawn, which is something that the old me would not like to do. I tell you what, it does feel great to gank this much. Now we're going to our Raptors here, checking our mini-map, seeing what we've got on the docket. We know our Rise is pushed up. There's a very real possibility that the enemy is going to look to stop him. So we're taking a good look at him, and we see the Nefiri walking up right as we start recalling. Gonna hit her with the Q, use the dash to get on top. And this poor Nefiri, there's just nothing she can do. Use the second dash, use the Q, get the kill, walk away from the Thresh and the Kassadin. That's another kill on the enemy jungler, 4-0. We really want to go back and spend some of this 1600 gold, but a golden opportunity like this to get a dragon is one this poor power farmer cannot pass up. It's just too free. If my team went and helped here, it'd be way more free. It's a little bit scary here because we know the Thresh was in the area. Luckily, Thresh goes back to his lane, which buys us just enough time to burst down this dragon, get it smited on. Now we have level 6. Another reason not to go back quite yet, because I tell you what, level 6 is so strong on Diana. That ult, especially in the bot lane where you can get multiple people with it, or when you're counter ganking, ooh, that ult can be so juicy. But yeah, 1900 gold. We're telling our teammates to back up, and we are purchasing the full Leandry's Torment at 7 minutes into the game. Some pretty good pace here. Now we've already got the first feat of strength. We're looking to get either objectives or a tower. Best way to do that is to get another objective that's spawning here in 30 seconds. Those void grubs. We're going to clear our camps. I put this ward here just because I am a little worried that Nefiri is going to be taking my topside camps. She knows I was bot lane, so if she really wanted to, she definitely could have found the timer to take at least 1 or 2 of these camps. Luckily, we got a bad jungler on the enemy team who's not going to actually be doing that today. And also, if she did get caught, she'd get killed again, and then it's really bad. But yes, those grubs are spawning in exactly right now, and so we're going to walk towards them, smite that guy because we have another smite up in 15 seconds anyway. Then we're going to play it slow here. We're going to start the grubs to force somebody to come stop us. We're forcing a reaction out from the enemy team here. We're asking the question, do you really want to fight for grubs here? And as we'll find out here in just a second, Nefiri really wanted to fight for grubs. So, like I said, we're playing it slow. We're not going to rush into any plays. We know Nefiri has her W that can dodge all kinds of stuff. We see Kassadin here doing his thing. I'm going to ult onto the Kassadin, reset the grubs. Kassadin runs away. Rise ult's going to bring us onto the other side of here. We're kind of just zoning out the enemies, right? We already got our 2 grubs. We already got the progress towards the feat of strength. We're just trying to get that 3rd one here and make sure that nobody dies in the process. So boom, that's exactly what we do. 3 void grubs feels fantastic. Now here, I do make a bit of an oopsie. I try to use my second dash, and I flash right at the same time as Rise flashes. Rise gets the kill that he deserves, and I waste my flash for no reason. Bit of an awkward situation, but hey, nobody's perfect. Isn't that what Miley Cyrus taught us all those years ago? Yes, now that we don't have any more plays on the map to make, we already got both objectives and cleared our topside camps. Let's clear these bot side camps as well, get those on the reset, and then probably looking to spend some gold here or make a play on bot lane, as that is pushing towards us right now. Now we want to play with our Aphelios, so we're going to wait a bit before engaging. You'll see we are on schedule to get here a little before Aphelios does, so we don't want to reveal ourselves for as long as humanly possible. You see, I don't walk down immediately. I walk around to the side because that's going to give us the most time to intercept these guys, get Aphelios with my team, and boom, look. He flashes, ults, and that's a kill on the Thresh. Now, we weren't able to get the MF, but that's just because I believe they had a ward in one of these 2 bushes that got them to safety. But we see Nefiri here. We're not going to force a play. We're not going to force to fight her. We've got a bunch of golden base, and we already made our play with our ults down and everything. A little dangerous, but we will stay here to protect our bot lane. We see Nefiri mid. We know we're good to back. And we'll start working towards that Rift Maker and those Sorcerer shoes. I had been trying out here recently just a bit of a Nashor's Tooth start on the Diana, but I really like the amount of attack speed you get from the little attack speed runes and Alacrity versus trying to go for something like Nashor's and then Haste. I think both work pretty well, but I like this just a little bit more because Liandry's Riftmaker is a really, really good combo. Then you can go straight into some tank items and stuff like that. So that way they really can never kill you if you go this build and you play your fights well. Now Aurelia's pushed up, or pushed in. My Urgot's in a bit of an exposed position here, so I'm gonna just posture in a way that allows us to either go for a dive or have me protect this. You'll see here. Look at this Nefiri and Aurelia. They're just not strong enough. I'm up a level on the Aurelia. Nefiri's down 2 levels. This is the kind of stuff you can get away with when you have this big of a lead. You don't have to be afraid of these players because they just don't do enough damage. If they had chosen to keep fighting me there, my ult would have came back up and we would have killed both of them. Instead, though, we're going to head towards the mid lane. Right? We have no camps up. We timed our gank well. No camps up means we can just go ahead and keep going. Now, unfortunately, we do pop our Moonlight, which does lose us vision on the Kassadin. We can keep walking onto the Thresh. That's a free flash for us. Like I said, we don't want to force too hard. We are plenty ahead, but we don't want to throw that lead too easily. If you had seen the last 2 games I had played before this one, I was ahead in the early game, made a bad fight happen, and that lost us a lot of stuff. Now here's a great example of a bad fight, right? Leona dies. I get that, but I don't have my flash. So I try to do as much damage as I can, see if Aphelios and Ryze can go in, but they're for some reason just a little too scared. I don't know why Aphelios was so scared of the misfortune there. I feel like he really could have easily killed her. Instead, Ryze gets caught out by 4 and killed. But yes, not the best fight, right? We lose 3 members of the team there for that dragon, but getting dragons stacked up is so juiced. It's so juiced. And you know what? It's good to get that shutdown off of us. Now we can play a little more freely. Sure, we gave out 800 gold to the Nefiri, but we're up about 3,000, so it doesn't really matter. Just cuts our lead down a bit. Keeps our tempo nice, though. I'll say anything to justify that death. Whether it's right or wrong, you can't stop me. It's my YouTube video. Yeah, but we're just clearing the camps here. You see Urgot's pushed up again. I'm keeping a good eye on him here. He has no vision in the jungle either. Nothing in the river and nothing in that tri-brush. So I'm gonna skip my wolves here and just continue to posture to help this Urgot. He's super far ahead. If I can make sure that he doesn't die for a stupid reason, well, that's pretty free. And here's the stupid reason right here. Look, this Thresh was so locked in that it was just super free. Now, if you watch here, a bit of a Diana technique that you want to master. I didn't use my second dash, and the reason for that being is that I never had to do it, right? Until I dodged that Thresh hook with my dash, I didn't need to use another one because he's not getting away. Thresh has no movement abilities. Unless he's hooking a jungle monster and like taking that hook, he's not going anywhere. I don't need to use that second dash, put it on cooldown, and put myself in a really vulnerable position. I can just wait and use another free dash in a couple seconds. Some micro stuff there. Hard to know when to use that second dash and when to hold it. Sometimes you hold it and you're like, man, I don't get this kill now because I didn't dash on. Other times you dash too early, you get caught out, you look like a dumbass. It's a balancing act. You just got to get more comfortable on it. Finally, a camp gets taken. Nefiri punishing me for killing the Thresh there. Look, we're looking to fight again. Kind of surprised that Thresh Misfortune did not go on to my Leona a little deeper there, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and just catch this wave. 6 minions up. Let's see how many we actually managed to get. It's 4. Oh my gosh, we got all 7. I know I said 6 originally. I didn't count the cannon. Whew. That's pretty good there. For a jungler, we'll take it. But yeah, Rise is getting jumped on, which means we're skipping our camps. We're not going to do anything else. We're protecting our Rise here, because if Rise gets jumped and he dies, then we can't fight for Rift Herald. We can't look to invade. We can't do anything like that. Now, a better jungler than me would probably be in the enemy's jungle now and really pushing their lead and stuff like that. For me, I like to play really consistently whenever possible. And I think the most consistent play to always stay ahead is to just, you know, really keep the tempo up on your own side and not try and force too much in the enemy's side and get yourself killed. I will, however, just stay in this bush and see what I can find. Unfortunately, Rise does exactly what I said I wouldn't do and goes real deep into the enemy jungle, so he dies for no reason. No one's quite sure what happened there. But we'll go ahead and back. We got 1,800 gold. We've got our Rift Maker. We've got our Sword Shoes. Exactly what we wanted to buy. Might as well go back into the base, get those things built, and then look to fight for that Rift Herald. Yeah, really consistent early game here. You know, we got a huge lead from some of these early plays we found. Now we get to just keep pushing that lead. And we don't want to shove it down their throats per se, but we do want to push our lead. This is a great way to do it. We see Aurelia start backing up, so we just take the second gate. And all of a sudden, boom, we're behind her. Look, you saving that dash again, because now I can go in and secure that kill with it. No chances taken there. And boom, with Aurelia dead, there is just absolutely nothing they can do to stop us from taking this. It is the freest Rift Herald you've ever seen. The dragon's spawning right after it. Where do you think I'm going to go? Now, if I was a previous version of myself, I might say straight to my Gromp. And you know what? There's still some roots in me. I still do get the Scuttle Crab. But, as we all know, the correct play is, of course, to push this lead, fight for this dragon, and do not let the enemy have anything for free that we don't have to. Urgot takes a bit of damage here. I'm going to clear out the Nefiri dogs. Urgot goes real deep. I'm trying to use my dash. It was a little bit late. We do finally hit that dash, but just a little bit too late to save the Urgot. Instead, we just get ourselves 3 kills and the dragon. Then Aurelia jumps me out of nowhere. I don't know what her problem is. Just because she died multiple times. And, you know, I'm absolutely pooping on their team. Anyway. Flash ults me, but I've got my flash still up, and I've got an escape plan. Not a really big deal, honestly. Just another free kill for my team, if you think about it. But yeah, looking at the map right now, nobody's top side. Mid lane's super far pushed, and bot lane's going to get this tower. So I have 2 choices. Either I'm, you know, hold hands with my bot lane, really take a good look at what they're doing, or I go ahead and get my back off. And I think the back is going to be a little bit more valuable here. My team gets a good eye on Kassadin, backs up. Now that back just looks really good. If I'm there for that play, sure, we fight Kassadin, and there's good potential that we get some kills and things like that. But like I said, I'm playing consistent, not taking chances here. But that's just me. Feel free, push your lead, try out some craziness. Well, I like sometimes to, whenever you really have the chance to like go crazy, start invading every camp and fighting perma, it's really cool. This is an awkward moment here. Misfortune, I guess, sees me somewhere. So I try to dash ult. She gets out of the way before my dash goes off, and I just waste my ult for no reason. But we're not afraid. There's a really cool moment here where Urgot and Rise are pushing together to get some plays. And us protecting that Urgot and getting him super far ahead comes in pretty handy here, where, look at his health. I don't know how he's still alive. He gets a triple kill and goes in so deep that the enemy team's got to run away. Kassadin finally gets onto the map and stops him, but not without losing you know, 2 turrets and an inhibitor. That's a pretty worthwhile trade for us. Looking to take this portal and go straight to the Otacon. Straight to the Otacon. Neferi's dead. Misfortune's dead. Aurelia's dead. Let's go to this Otacon. Force the play. Force the objective. And let them come to you. That's what I like to do. I don't like to run into the enemies. I like to let the enemies come to me. A very easy, simple way of playing, but it is quite effective. Hard to say it's not. As you see the 7, 1, and 5 on the kill count here. Aphelios with white-red, though. That's going to melt this thing in just enough time to where Cassidy goes in. No one's quite sure what he's up to. We see a couple people walk up together. We're going to jump in, use that ult, do 1 billion damage. Somehow Cassidy lives for longer than he should. We're going to get the kill on the Aurelia. Now, sure, I die, but it was already a 1 for 2 before anything else happened. And after my death, well, you think my team's going to stop? No. That's the goats. Boom. That's a kill on the Urgot. Boom. That's another kill on the Urgot. And, you know, if Neferi wasn't such a slippery champion, it'd be another kill on the Neferi too. Maybe they find it. Oh, yeah. Flash from the Rise is going to do it. So, yeah, I died. But we killed their entire enemy team. So, worth? I think so. Looking beautiful here. 8, 2, and 7. 24 kills on my team total. I'm a part of all but 9 of them. Need about 75 gold. I thought you got 50 for killing the tower. Apparently you only get 25, so now I just look like a dumbass. But it's not that big of a deal. I wanted my finished Zanyas for the dragon fight. But realistically, what's the difference between Seeker's Armguard and a finished Zanyas when you only need it for 1 fight anyway? It's soul point. We need this dragon. We get soul. And I think every single other objective that's ever spawned on the map. We don't get this dragon. We look like fools. Which one do you think is going to happen? I'm just kidding. You already know the answer. Take that early control. About 15 seconds left on it. We want to be in the pit, ready and aware of the enemy, what they're up to. We see 1 person top side, 2 people mid. Looking pretty good for an early start on the dragon. Thresh walks up way too far. No one knows what this guy's doing. That's another moment where I choose to wait on my E. And, you know, it doesn't net me that kill, but it does push that guy way, way far away. And now it is a very, very dead Hextech dragon. If you're going to try some shenanigans, I don't know how she thinks she's going to do it. Dragon goes down, no problem. There's no way for her to get into the pit. And a juicy ult from Rise here puts us in front of the Neferi. She's dead. And we don't really care about this Misfortune split pushing onto our tier 2 turret. And we're charging into their base, threatening to end the game. Urgot's putting the pressure onto the Kassadin for us, buying us enough time. If Misfortune's not here, they really don't have much to clear these waves. And so, yeah, we'll hit these towers. And that'll just about wrap it up today, folks. Diana in the jungle, a fantastic display of what it looks like to play for the early game. Really try and be super aware of the map, what's going on, and how you can help out. Another free kill on the Kassadin. Go ahead and try this play style out for you. Try the build out. Let me know what you think. Little Baus style death there. I knew I was going to die. I just thought it'd be funny. But yeah, let me know what you think, folks. My name's Nallex. I'll catch you in the next one. I had to wait for the thing to pop. Peace out.